Hey everyone, it is that time, it is I, and yes, today we're going to take a look at The Purge, Anarchy. Yes, the second film, the sequel to The Purge, and we get a film that's set in the same world as the first film, only this time around it's a multiple storyline thread, where we get the story of Eva Sanchez and her daughter Callie, who are trying to survive and take care of her ailing father. We get a married pair, Shane and Liz, who are kind of on the rocks, and then we get the story of the sergeant, this guy who kind of seems to have this kind of mysterious event happen in the past, and we see that he is going to take part of the purge, whereas the rest of our characters are just going to try to survive the night. Well, their paths all end up crossing due to some unfortunate events, and we see how the sergeant reluctantly carries these four folks basically through the evil downtown area where everybody's taking advantage of the purge, just to try to keep them alive, as well as continue on his mission that the purge is going to allow him to do. I really enjoyed The Purge Anarchy. I thought I enjoyed the first one, but when I saw the first one, I was like, you know what would have been really cool is a film about the people, the people stuck in the downtown area, the people who are actually out there while the purge is happening, rather than a home invasion story. And boom, we got it from the same director, James DeMonaco, who brought us the first one, brings us this one. And let me tell you, I thought this film was better than the first one. I really enjoyed it for a number of reasons. First off, it just had that feel of the old apocalypse type films that we'd seen in the, I'd say the 80s and early 90s. It's just that, you know, you got that lone guy who's kind of got a mysterious past in the form of Sergeant, played fantastically by Frank Grillo. If anything, you can latch on to his character. Loved his performance as this guy who's really on a mission, and it's just, he keeps getting diverted from this mission by all these people and crazy events, but he's still focused on that. But at the same time, he does have a bit of a conscience, and you know, and he's carrying along these four survivors that have ended up crossing paths with him. So I really love that kind of conflict of him, you know, still trying to carry out his mission and also sort of kind of be the good guy, but also kind of a dick as well. I just loved his character. You got some other great characters in there as well. Eva Sanchez and Callie, who are played by Carmen Ihago and Zoe Soul, respectively. I liked their performances as well. They were the mom and daughter pair, and you really felt that relationship and that link between them, though the two definitely had two different personalities, which I loved. They weren't the same. Okay, and then you had the Shane and Liz character, played by Zach Gilford, played Shane, and Kylie Sanchez played Liz, and I enjoyed their performance as well. This couple that's kind of on the rocks that ends up getting stranded out in downtown during the purge. Some great character development there as well. Now, these are characters we've seen before in a type of survival film that we've seen before, but it's refreshing to see a more mature action film, I must say. Not seeing that PG-13 rating on this movie really helped, because it fit what the subject was, okay? The rating fit what the subject was, to really portray just how brutal and how crazy humanity has gotten due to the purge and on purge night. I really enjoyed it, and I don't think they could just have accurately portrayed that and got the feeling across with a PG-13 rating. So props there that they did go for the R rating on this. Now, what I also liked, and when the purge starts, is you got this constant feeling of tension and danger for our characters. Now, I didn't see a huge amount of jump scares in this film. There were a few, but not many, okay? But there is that tension. There is those horrific moments happening. There is that feeling of danger for your main characters, who you do want to see survive. Like I said, while some of them may have been cliches and we've seen before, you still, by the performances of these actors, you care enough for them that you really want to see how this plays out. And especially the sergeant character, played, again, like I said, by Frank Grillo, who just nails this part, really. I love the production design and the worlds and the things that they came up with. Now, there are some plot holes in here and some cheesy dialogue, but you'll get that with any horror thriller film. Let's face it, The Conjuring didn't exactly have some original dialogue either, nor did Insidious, but yet people loved those films. So, you know, you're going to get that in here. But what I will say is what I got out of The Anarchy, The Purge, is a good time, a great kind of dystopian type of future where this brutal event happens and people think it's a good idea. Well, some people do, the new founding fathers. You get the subject matter in here of class warfare with a body count, and I enjoyed that as well. And you also get a perspective that many of the populace really aren't liking this idea of the purge anymore, or though some are embracing it. So you get a lot of different subjects brought up in here. It's a fun time, folks. It's a fun, mature time. So if you're looking for a fun action horror thriller that isn't just PG-13, then the Purge Anarchy is for you. I gave it 4.5 stubs, in all honesty. I was smiling throughout this film. I was enjoying the tension. I was enjoying the story that was playing out. And while we don't get all our questions answered, we do get some answered, and some more questions come up that I hope are answered in the third film. I will say it's worth your time, at least the price of the matinee, and at least for the performance of Frank Grillo. Will the story play out like you predict? Yeah, it's not exactly the most unpredictable storyline, but that doesn't mean it's not fun, which I thought the Purge Anarchy was. It was a surprising to me how much I really enjoyed this sequel, and I think it will for you too, especially if you enjoyed the first one. So check it out. If you've seen the Purge Anarchy, leave your comments down below. I think I have an idea of what some of you out there may say about it, which is fine. Everybody's, it's a film subjective and open to opinion, but I think the Anarchy, the Purge, is a lot of fun, and it's one of those films where you don't think about it too hard, like the majority of the films that have come out this summer, and I think you'll enjoy it a lot more. So check it out, let me know what you think, and remember, until next time, folks, keep that ticket stuff.